And Governor Josh Stein wants to see North Carolina adopt red flag laws after that Southport shooting.
Capitol reporter Dina Harley is here now, and you've been hearing from the governor on this and how it also ignited a lot of conversations about mental health treatment.
Yeah, and Governor Josh Stein says that's what his team is working on as we speak, looking into mental health services in the state, how law enforcement can better use them, and how they can be expanded to keep guns out of the hands of potentially violent people.
We must do more to prevent these acts of violence. It has to be our top priority.
Governor Josh Stein in Southport on Monday, 2 days after a terrifying scene at a waterfront restaurant. Police say Nigel Edge opened fire toward the American Fish Company from a boat, killing 3 people and injuring 5 more. Governor Stein and local law enforcement are still investigating the suspect's history and mental health, but the governor says
there are too many people who are profoundly troubled, who are obsessed, whose paranoia gets stoked by what they read on the internet every day, and we've got to figure out ways so that those folks don't pose risks to the community.
In the immediate aftermath of the attack, the governor says his team is looking into how mental health resources can be expanded to treat people before they potentially become violent.
Usually it's law enforcement that is the first point of contact with people, either because they get repeated phone calls about a person who may be a risk, but it's not enough to just know that somebody may be a challenge. We've then got to be able to connect that person with the treatment that they need to address whatever their underlying conditions are.
Last week, Arena's law landed on the governor's desk. It's a bill that takes a look at pretrial conditions and mental health resources for potentially violent offenders. It does not include any talk of red flag laws, but Governor Stein says he thinks North Carolina should adopt those laws.
I think it's a good idea. There are people in our community who people know are a risk to others, a risk to themselves, and they should not have firearms.
And the governor did also point to recent shootings that we saw in Michigan and Minnesota, saying people all over the country, especially here in North Carolina, deserve to feel safe wherever they are. In that package, I did mention Arena's law. In terms of that, the governor has not decided whether he'll sign it into law, whether he'll veto it, or let it go into law without his signature. He does have until Friday to make a decision there.
Okay. All right, Tina, thank you very much.